Hello, and welcome back, my wonderful ladies. If you're new here, my name is Jax, and this is my journey through IVF, infertility, adoption, parenting, and now pregnancy. This week is my 16-week pregnancy update. So the way these videos go is I first give an update on baby, then an update on me, and usually an update on the husband. I also have bump shots to go into this video, so make sure you stick around until the end. Let's kick it off with the Beta Baby update. I'm so excited. Soon I won't have to call them Beta Baby, but for now, Beta Baby is about the size of a Philippine Tasier, and I'm sorry if I said that wrong, or an orange size. That is putting them in at around 4.5 ounces. Yeah, 4.5, 5 ounces, about 5 inches along. Updates with them is this week they are turning, they are moving, they are punching and spinning. They are also bigger than the placenta this week. Up until now, the placenta has outgrown them, but now they are finally outgrowing the placenta and they will stay bigger than the placenta for the rest of the pregnancy. And they also have taste buds this month or this week, although they cannot taste yet. So the nerves to connect the taste buds to the brain aren't there yet, but they do have taste buds. On to the mama update. I am measuring in at around 30 inches around the largest part of my stomach, and I'm weighing in at about 147.9. So just for reference, I started this whole thing around 148.5, so still about a half pound under, but I think I'm gaining-ish. I'll get to more of that around weight stuff later. We're all tired of hearing about nausea, including me. Moving on to symptoms, some new things have cropped up this week. One is super vivid dreams. I had always heard that this was a pregnancy symptom, but I already have really vivid dreams, so I was like, I probably won't notice anything. I have to say they're really vivid and really weird. Like, normally my dreams are like have a purpose. It's either like a really happy, pleasant dream or it's like a total nightmare. And I wake up from these dreams and I'm like, what was that? That was just some random stuff that was happening and it's all really vivid and I don't know. It's a new breed of dreams for sure. So not anything good or bad, just a weird pregnancy symptom. I can definitely feel myself starting to get out of breath a little bit more. My blood volume's increasing. It'll continue to increase. I think between just being kind of a little bit exhausted from not getting quite as much to eat or sleep, and then growing a human, I'm just feeling the effects of that. And so I am finding myself having to walk slower and panting a little bit at the top of, going up a flight of stairs. So I can definitely feel that there's changes. Also, I've just started to know that my ab muscles are not there. I'm changing the way I get up out of, the couch or the bed and roll over. And it's a lot more leg and arm strength. And I know that is only going to continue to go downhill, having any core strength. But it was just interesting to me that I noticed it this early on. Another not so great symptom I've had is headaches. Now, these could just be pregnancy headaches, because that's totally a symptom, or this could be side effects from the Zofran. Either way you slice it, they're pretty mild, just annoying, and Tylenol totally gets rid of them. And I say that openly because, oh my gosh, are the pregnancy apps sassy. One day, it was Thursday morning, I had a headache, and I opened up my pregnancy app, and lo and behold, the article was how to deal with pregnancy headaches. And I was like, what? Look at that, such a coincidence. And I open it up, and I kid you not, they're like, before you reach for the medicine, why don't you try taking a nap or taking a bubble bath? And I was just like, it's 9 a.m. on a Thursday. I have to work. So, sometimes the apps just don't quite hit the nail on the head. I'm like, who is this mystery person that is like, oh, I have a headache this morning. Let me just take a bubble bath. I'm like, most of us are working or you're watching other children. Who gets to take a nap? I just want to know. Okay, so here's an update on the experiment that I alluded to last week. I was going to try and take Zofran back to back to back as prescribed and really count my calories. And here's the results of that experiment. You can see that 3 days I met my calorie goals, and another 2 or 3 days I was really close, and then one day I kind of fell short. But it was a really good experiment in the fact that it got a lot of food in me. I was able to actually start snacking, not just do my meals. I was actually able to start snacking. And I think it set me on a really good course. I started that in week 15, finished in the middle of 16. And I have to say, going forward, week 16, I had more better days than bad days. So I had more good days than bad days, which is a huge turnaround from the week before. I'm not sure if it's just kind of getting reset, getting enough calories, getting some strength up. I mean, it's been 4 months of pretty rough eating. So I am really pleased with that. I'm hoping that effect carries through. Like I said, seeing the shift to more good days than bad is mentally awesome, but it also is kind of like, it's not just a one-off good day like I was having before. It's a few days in a row. So I'm really hoping that sticks around. We continue trending. By all means, we are almost out of the 4th month, so I should be seeing some improvement with that. But like I said, you can see with my weight steadying out and me just feeling way better that I think that was a really good experiment to have. And now at least I can go to my doctor and be like, okay, with maximum effort and maximum meds, this is what I can achieve. Is this good enough? So really, really pleased about that. I think the husband also really enjoyed that week because anytime I had any craving for anything, I was like, let's go get this, let's go get this, let's go get this. And he's like, how's our eating out budget doing? I'm like, it doesn't matter this month. I haven't eaten and like craved things for 4 months. We could eat whatever. Like, it's fine. And he was like, fair enough, fair enough. And rounding out this update before we get to the bump shots, the silliest thing I cried at this week is honestly pretty touching, but it was still like silly how upset I got. And it was this teacher appreciation trend that is going on. I'm sure by the time this goes up, you will have seen one of these, but essentially all the kids in the class will start their day with their cameras off, and the teacher will be like, oh, why is everybody's cameras off? What's happening? And then one teacher will be like, actually, we wanted to do something for you. And they all pop back up their cameras, and they all have little notes that say, thank you, or we appreciate. See, I'm getting choked up just thinking about it right now. Oh my goodness. Anyway, these teachers are always so, blindsided by this. So it's super cute. And that's the silliest thing I cried at this week. Pregnancy hormones are real fun. Real fun. All right, now let's do some bump updates. It's from the front. It's from the side. That's what we look like without the top from the front. Gosh, I'm gonna have to get better lighting. Sorry about that. On to what normally would be the husband update, but somebody commented last time that they want an Evangeline update, and I was like, fair enough. You haven't seen her in forever. I think her last update I gave was her 9-month update. I filmed a 12-month update, and then, that was right when we were starting our first IVF cycle, so it kind of went by the wayside as those drugs kind of overtook my life. But she is doing great. She is doing great. Things with her is we have done great with her weight gain. If you've been following us from the beginning, she was a teeny tiny baby. We've made vast improvements over the course of the last year, which I am, it feels good to, have that on the right track. She is up and running, man. This child can run, she can climb, she can't jump. It is hilarious to try to watch her jump. It's really funny, but she can go. She's starting to talk. Right now she has 10, 15 words. Obviously she can understand way more, but dog is still her very much favorite word, along with cat and owl. I don't even want to get started on why she knows the word owl accurately. And it's not like all birds are owls. No, just owls are owls. So that's great. She is all about food. That girl, I don't know if I can credit this all to like the baby-led weaning, but she will eat almost anything and she will eat whenever. So at least that is one parenting trouble we have not come into contact with yet. If we hand it to her, she will eat it. With the exception of like meats, which is interesting. She's real finicky about meats, just like kind of by themselves. If they're mixed into like an enchilada or something, she's cool. But just like having meat as like a main thing, she's not really big into, but that's fine in my book, you know? Her hair is still very red, very cute, and her eyes are still blue. Obviously, it's been a weird year. Like, normally this would have been the time to like start taking her places and like going to the zoo or the petting zoo, or just to go experience more things, but COVID's kind of put a damper on that. So we're just kind of making a list for next year of all the things we want her to go experience. And honestly, she's so little, she doesn't really know the difference, but I am really excited to start doing fun things with her and in 2021, and obviously for her to become a big sister is going to be super fun to watch. Anyway, I think that is all the updates I have for now. Again, subscribe because the name reveal is coming soon. I am way overly excited for this, by the way. And until next time, ladies, keep on fighting. Mwah.